by you. I'll be your everything, your blue sky. I go to war, fight. Damn right.
All right, and we're live. Hey guys, so something has been on my mind and I wanted to come on here real quick and address today's episode. I wanted to address some of these comments, some of the ignorance, the stupidity, the hate, the absolute just anger that some people have when it comes to individuals like myself or others who are just doing what we can to try to better tomorrow for the step parents who will come behind us. I mean, I don't know what the exact percentage is, but I'm pretty sure it's like 50% of marriages end in divorce. So the chances of your kid being in a blended family are pretty high, but that's besides the point. A lot of these comments are coming from a video that I posted called, and the video is pretty much, it's labeled Why Most Step Parents Quit. And inside this video, I talk about the reason why most step parents quit and walk away is because they never fully commit. They don't bring their foot in the door. And the reason they don't bring their foot in the door is because it's a safety net. It's a way for them to get out of the responsibility of being a parent, being a leader, a mentor, because things didn't go their way. And, you know, it's easy for them to just, I mean, it's easy, not easy, it doesn't matter, but they feel justified to walk away. For instance, there's a few comments that people leave where, you know, they're like, I've been doing this for I was a step parent for 10 years. I went all in, I committed, I did everything that was needed, and they still didn't love and respect me. And I ended up just walking away, you know? So don't tell me I didn't bring my foot in the door. I'm going to fucking say it anyway. You didn't fully bring your foot in the door. You might've brought the whole thing in, but your heel, but you still didn't fully commit. And when I say fully commit, this is what I mean. I don't mean fully commit by being present and being a parent in the house or being, you know, the man. What I mean by fully committing is making a promise to yourself. It's making a promise to yourself to better yourself. You got to better yourself first. You got to deal with your shit. You got to deal with your past. You got to deal with your issues. You can't parent the way you were parented. It doesn't fucking work like that. It's not going to work the same in your new family as it did in either your old family or the way you were raised. If you don't fully commit and figure out why you act and react to why certain things set you off and why certain things calm you, if you don't figure that shit out, I don't care how confident you are, this shit, step parenting, blended family shit ain't gonna work. It just won't. It won't work. Because by not dealing with your past and not bettering yourself, by reading books, by learning new routines and habits, by fully committing to becoming a better man, leader, and father, you're going to walk away. You're going to quit and you're going to justify it. You're going to justify it because you're a fucking victim. You're going to point fingers at everybody else. The kids never really loved or respected me. The bio mom was, she was just a real piece of work. She never allowed me any sort of responsibility, but she wanted me to pay all the bills. Like all this bullshit, all these little tiny acts of stupidity on your end are simply because you didn't fully commit to bettering yourself first. I'm always talking about how there's 3 levels. There's always 3 levels. You got to work on you first. You got to address your shit, mainly because you're trying to strengthen your heart. You're trying to strengthen your values. You're trying to strengthen your mind so that when shit hits the fan, because it will, when it's hard and tough and almost damn near impossible to connect with the kids, you have to have this mentality and the way of looking at things as a step parent that can help push you through, that can teach you how not to act or react or respond or just all these little tiny things. That is what I mean by fully committing. Fully committing to you and your partner, whether it's your husband or your wife, it doesn't matter. Fully committing to being parents, not being disciplinary figures. I'm not talking about fucking discipline. I don't talk about that. I don't talk about that because I didn't like being disciplined like that, and for my own real parents, let alone a step parent coming in. And I've never talked about that, ever. But I can tell you right now that if mom and dad, you and your partner are not on the same page, if you are not presenting a united front, you are always going to feel left out. Because let me just tell you something. It's not that mom or dad doesn't want your help or doesn't want you to be valued is the fact that you haven't done the necessary work yet to build the trust within the home so they can trust you with their heart. Remember, you're walking into a situation where chances are the bio parent was jaded, hurt, fill in the blanks. It has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them and wanting to protect the kids. So that's why communication between you and them is crucial. Get on the same page when it comes to parenting. 50-50 split. Raise young adults. Notice, once again, dumbasses, and I'm speaking to those who are going to come on to my show or come on to my videos and leave comments saying that this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. It doesn't matter what I say. It's not this guy. It's anyone, because what I'm saying and what has worked for me and what will work for those who actually listen and do what I say, because it takes time and you have to have patience and all these little things. I'm always preaching it. I didn't ever preach, do this and it'll work within 3 weeks. Like, I'll never say that. It takes time. All of us, or we're all going to find our success at different levels. But don't come on here and preach to me about how I don't know what I'm talking about because it didn't work for you. Stop blaming me for what you did fucking wrong. Even if you don't feel like you did something wrong, by not bettering yourself in order to develop the relationships with the kids and with your wife and with yourself and with your family, building a new foundation or laying a new foundation and building on top of that, all the little things, that's not my problem. That's not my fault. You did that to yourself. You didn't fully commit. That's what that means. Whether you like it or not, I don't fucking care. If you have a victim's mentality, if it's because you didn't fully commit, you probably quit on most of the shit that you try to do, and then you blame others. It's not my fault. That's yours. But also don't shy away from sharing what didn't work. And that's another thing that I want to say, guys. All the negative comments, I can look at these and I can get real pissed. I can get real frustrated. I could take some of it personal. And let's go truth in the open. I actually did. It kind of got to me at first. Then I realized that none of it matters and all of it matters. Meaning, I can't help the fact that you're mad, upset, angry, jaded, tired. You don't have hope anymore. I can't help that. I can't. I'm sorry that it happened to you. I'm sorry that you feel like you need to come on and leave comments like the ones that you're leaving without an explanation. What you don't understand is what didn't work for you, or when it fell through, or how you couldn't connect, or maybe you did and it didn't work because of. I would much rather have you share that story so that others can see and hear what you, not only that you went through, but they can find some sort of like comfort in the fact that we all go through it. I come on here and I preach about the success of my blended family, 13 years. I didn't speak about this shit until I was 10 years in. I speak about my success and not a lot about my failures, but guys, I've had so many more failures with the kids and with my wife and the fucking family members, way more than I've had the happy times. But the happy times are just outweighing all the bad stuff because I had to go through that in order to get here. And I couldn't be in my feelings about it. I couldn't take everything so fucking personal. Sorry, I know you want to be loved, valued, needed, and wanted within your blended family, but you're dealing with a bio parent that was probably hurt before you fucking got there. And their job is to protect the kids. They're protecting their heart. They're protecting their values. They're protecting what they think is right. And they really don't know you because you haven't earned and gained the trust of the family yet. And you can't earn and gain the trust of the family until you fucking figure your shit out first. Until you figure out what kind of man, leader, and father that you want to be. Are you someone that points fingers and blames others? And do you have a victim's mentality, or are you a fucking winner? Do you figure out problems? Do you understand that it's going to take a lot of time and patience in order to find success within your blended family? Do you get it? Because if you don't, take a step back and fucking read the books. Do what I tell you to do. You and your partner have to goal set and plan about what you want for the future together as individuals and as a family. You have to have something to aim and shoot for. If you're not doing that, you're not fully committed. You're just not. You're kind of just lackadaisically tiptoeing through life, hoping to make it safely to death. Can't avoid the problems, but you can prepare for them. You can't avoid ignorance, but you can prepare for them. You can't avoid the hate, but you can prepare for it. You can mentally prepare for it so that when it comes, and it will, you can handle it, and then you won't get all butt hurt, and you won't become a victim. And this is what a lot of these comments are that I get. You know, a lot of these comments are just so, I feel I want to fucking hug them. But let me just tell you, these negative comments have so much value in them because people can find resemblance of what's going on in their life within your fucking ignorant comment. And because of that, I love it. I just wish that you would explain more. I wish and I hope that all step parents were valued, needed, and wanted. I wish that every one of us were, when we step into the family, that we are immediately accepted. I wish it was like that, but it's not the reality. It's not the truth. And I know that we all want it. And I know that if you're paying the bills and you're putting food on the table, I know that a part of you demands it, but you can't. If you want to be there, if you truly want to be there, then you got to take a step back and really analyze where you are, what you did wrong, what you can fix, how you can be better, and then progressively move forward through your blended family journey together as a team, as united, presenting a united front, mastering the little things that you do wrong that's detrimental to being a step parent, shit, being a man alone. You got to stop pointing the finger, stop being a victim, stop coming on to different platforms and shows just to fucking leave some stupid comment where if you would just elaborate further, we could learn from it. So again, I really do care what you all think. I really do. But I also don't care because I know I can't get through to every one of you. I know that some of you are going to be so closed off that you're just unwilling to listen. I know that some of the stuff that I say on my show or what I say on my videos are going to go in one ear and out the other. But if you go back and you really analyze and break down everything I've ever said, you'll never find me talking about how you got to become the disciplinarian in the family. You got to put your foot down and establish your dominance. Like, those fucking words aren't used in my show. I always talk about humbling yourself and getting to know yourself better, reading fucking books, bettering yourself in your mind. You and your partner spending 24 hours alone, locked in a room with no phone or television, just music and goal setting and planning for your future and presenting a united front for the fucking kids. And then when it comes to the kids, the ones that are going to test you the most, the ones that are going to push your buttons, the ones that are going to say ignorant shit, the ones that are going to talk bad about you behind your back, these children are hurt. They don't trust. You haven't done enough yet to be called or be respected or be valued in the family yet. And if you want to come back at me again and say, well, I've been in the family 8 years, Franco, you don't know what you're fucking talking about. Yes, I do. You've been in there 8 years. And if you still aren't valued and wanted within your family, you've wasted fucking 8 years because you've missed so many opportunities to better yourself. You're probably still the same person you were 8 years ago. And you're justifying it. So I'm not gonna sit here and say that I've got it easy or I don't struggle and I don't have problems of my own when it comes to my stepkids and my wife and my family. I do. We all do. I'd be lying if I said I was perfect because I'm not. But I am committed. I'm committed fully. When things go wrong, when shit hits the fan, I've mentally prepared myself to properly navigate that shit storm so that I can come out on the other end better. I'm not pointing fingers within it. I'm not taking shit personal. I just can't. You can't do it. Because again, a lot of it's not about you. Unless you're a piece of shit. And you know if you are. So keep leaving comments. Good, bad, don't matter to me, because it keeps the conversation going. But don't tell me that you're fully committed, that you brought a foot in the door and that you left 10 years into it because nobody loved and respected you. Because I guarantee you, I fucking guarantee that if I got on the phone with you or I met you in person, I had you break down the last 10 years, I can pinpoint the moment where you had an opportunity to change and you let it pass you by because you were comfortable with staying the same. All right, guys, that's episode 179. Again, blessed, humbled, and honored that anyone, let alone you that's listening right now, would watch the show, would share the show, and would just give it so much great energy. I mean, I'm so humbled. And thank you guys very much. Until next time, be well. Hey, thanks for listening to the show. Listen, if you know a stepdad who is in need of any of this information, do me a favor right now. Hit that subscribe button and share this episode with them as fast as possible. Did you do it? Okay, you did it. You hit this. Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
Quiet on the set, please. Thank you, everybody.